I've been working on the railroad. Hey, it's my favorite explorer. Hey, what'd you get from the grocery store? So the grocery store, I couldn't get anything. There were about 4 or 5 fucking zombies there, and as soon as they saw me, the next thing I know, there's a whole horde following me, and I had nothing, I could do nothing about it. Dude, slow down. What'd you get me to eat? What the hell are you actually talking about? There's a horde of infected coming this way. They can talk telepathically or something. I don't know, but they know we're here, man. You and I need to go. Are you crazy? You went all the way to the grocery store and you didn't get me anything? You couldn't even grab me a bag of chips? What the hell were you doing this whole time? Sitting around in the store just picking your nose and eating it? Come on, man, I'm fucking starving here. You're so fucking stupid. You're gonna sit here and die because you're not thinking logically. Yep, bye-bye. Alright, look, you're getting a little too fucking crazy right now, and it's kind of bumming me out. Hey, here come a couple more people. Ooh, a lot more people. Hey, I'm in here, I need some food.
What if every single person you wronged in life came after you at once, forcing you to make constant final stands, fighting back unaware of when your final moment will come? Imagine they all surround you, calling you names and stretching their arms at you from all directions, and you're powerless to fend them all off. That would be pretty intense, but thanks to Project Zomboid, you can live out that fantasy with the HIVE MIND mod by Braven. There's quite a bit I want to get into, but first and foremost, it goes without saying that Zomboid and I are like brothers. I've played this game for well over 100 hours and counting, and if you've been a fan of the channel for a long time, you'll know that I actually hated this game at first. I envied watching other YouTubers play it and survive past 24 hours, but this was nobody's fault but my own, as I was unaware just how customizable your experience can be within the game. Using mods and a bunch of other cool settings, I was able to finally enjoy the game as I should have long ago, and it has rightfully risen to one of my favorite titles. This is the same old song and dance every time I talk about the wondrous world of Project Zomboid. In the past, I've commented on a few game-changing mods that have both freaked me out and introduced a whole new level of difficulty. It's not going away anytime soon. I fucking love this game. Okay, alright, you're all here to discuss the sake of the title. Believe me when I say that the HIVE MIND mod introduces a new terrifying challenge to the equation, bringing in zombies that are capable of outsmarting you in many ways. What the mod does is this. If one zombie sees you, they all see you. The Hive Mind is designed to integrate a smarter, more lethal AI where the zombies will rush to your position should it be compromised. And since this game relies a lot on noise, you can bet your ass the zombies will come after you in massive waves, attacking from all sides and surprising you around every corner. Quite literally. I'm also going to recognize the mistakes I've made in the past where I didn't link the mods in the description, so if you're curious to see any of the ones I have active, go ahead and feel free to support the creators there. Personally, I'm giving a shout out to Braven because his mods are out fucking standing. Using the Occult Zombies mod, I had a freaky time witnessing the horrors coming after me. I'm not sure where these models came from, but they're all incorporated very well and even have different names depending on their mutation. It's kind of neat to have the variety of infected people chasing after me, and even scarier when they rush me in a crowd. The Hive Mind mod assures the player of one thing: constant fighting. Whether it be with guns or sharp and blunt tools, the zombies won't let up as they are all aware of your position once it's revealed. They'll bang on doors, break through windows, most of the basic stuff you'd expect. The strategy I always tell people to go with is to fear no zombie. Engage with them as much as you'd like, but always be prepared. The first tactic I can't stress to you enough is to find some decent guns, melee weapons, food, and water. Using a plethora of mods, including this one called The Last of Guns, I was able to easily and carefully plan out every move I wanted to make. This mod gives you guns directly from The Last of Us, and the neat part about them is they don't require magazines to operate. You can reload them so long as you have the corresponding ammunition in your inventory. You might be thinking, Tristan, it's pretty damn dumb to shoot a gun with this mod active. Won't the zombies flood to you endlessly and make your game much tougher in the long run? Yeah, but to be honest, you can have the same noise level as a mouse taking a shit in my basement and the zombies will inevitably come. I think this mod adds a lot of incentive to those who enjoy the thrill of the fight. Zomboid isn't necessarily a game meant for high stakes action, but but maybe I'm wrong about that. To be honest, people get really upset whenever I conduct these videos and reveal that I'm using mods, because God forbid somebody wants to enjoy the game how they want to. I paid $20 for the fucking game, so yeah, I'm gonna play it with mods. Call it a skill issue if you want, but I just find it to be more fun and enjoyable. After all, I want to play a game that has a decent challenge but isn't too overbearing. And this mod introduces the right amount of challenge, in my opinion. If you're spotted, the entire town, county, fucking everybody will come after you. You can try and find a building to hunker down inside of, but it won't last long. Much like the 1Z mod I covered a while back, there's simply no escape. You're always going to be fighting. You might think running into a house is your best bet when a crowd of zombies spots you, but you'd be dead wrong. The infected will flood into that house faster than a beaver dam getting swept away in a hurricane. You should always prepare for the worst and have an escape plan ready. Armor is very useful for any mod you play with, as it can save your life in a pinch. I've already talked about the roll and jump mods, which also do extreme favors for you. There's another mod called the True Crawl mod that allows the player to crawl and avoid detection much easier. You can sit still in the bushes as they meander past you, or underneath the windows in a building or house. The immersion is fucking real. So long as you keep a level head and focus on the zombies, you'll get by without a pinch. Timing is everything, especially since these bloodsuckers surround you in every direction. I was unlucky enough to be running through the woods when a helicopter arrived and brought every single zombie in the country to my position. Like a bat out of hell, I got the fuck out of there. You don't want to be stuck in the woods when 1,000 zombies are chasing you through thick and dense weeds. You could accidentally stumble into one if you're not careful, so I'd recommend just avoiding them in general. Another tip I always offer in my Zomboid videos is to search everywhere. You'd be shocked at what's available inside small stores, cupboards, vehicle trunks, even detached trailers and containers. If you're a car enthusiast, you'll love the ability of building a stronger and more reliable car with scavenged parts you'll find in the environment. With the whole population dead set on your character's demise, it's almost impossible to hunker down anywhere. I gave myself a more than decent backpack so I could treat this save file as more of a nomad. I kept moving, and it seemed every time one zombie caught wind of me, they all followed suit and began to arrive. Even worse, the zombies drop much less loot than before due to the occult mod I have installed, but honestly, I like it this way. Just means I have to do more in-depth searching and watching my back often. Check this out, I'm fucking surrounded. In any other circumstance, I'd be shitting my bricks and sucking my thumb, but thanks to my newly found confidence, I held them off and managed to escape unscathed. This game feels so great to play. I'm sad there was a time that I hated it. I suppose lots of people harp on Zomboid due to its isometric view. I'll admit, there was a long period of time where I hated games of this style. If it wasn't in first or third person, chances are I didn't even give the game a second thought. My own brother, Tommy, despises Zomboid because it's an isometric style game and refuses to play because of that alone. That's not something I totally agree with, and I realize I'm trailing off topic a bit, but it's hard not to talk about how much this game has affected me as a video game enthusiast. The scares are there, the mods will terrify you even further while also offering the player a chance of getting by, but it's a very slim chance. So let me go back to the HIVE MIND mod. If the standalone version isn't enough, you can alter the settings to introduce sprinters and other kinds of nightmare-inducing creatures. They will certainly shake things up and more than likely cause you to rip your hair out a few times. Ah boy, this is a messy situation to be in. An open road and nothing but an army of infected following me. I had found so much ammunition from the local police station that I had no issue taking them out, but with each and every shot, a brand new zombie comes to replace the one from before. No, scratch that. 4 zombies come to replace the 1 zombie you killed before. You're never going to let go of your trigger, so you should monitor your gun's condition and ammo often. The worst thing in the world is when your gun jams up as you're in the middle of a heated encounter. Oh, fuck. Kinda like that. No. Ah, okay. Yeah, didn't break a sweat. I forgot that I'm actually Jesus. The map I wanted to play on is called Erie County, and it's pretty large from what I can tell. It starts you off in a residential area, often very close to both firearms and handyman shops, which contain brutal weaponry for you to chop and smash the zombies into powder. There's no greater ASMR in the world than cracking skulls in Zomboid. Well, unless you're talking about the sound of you speeding in a Volkswagen as it collides with a fucking tree, which happens to me often because I forget how driving works in this game. although it is still pretty funny. Also, don't ever go upstairs if more than 5 zombies are in pursuit of you. This will be a death trap unless the building is big enough for you to find a way around, or you can safely jump from it. In most cases, the zombies will always know where you are, but you can at least lose the pursuit if not distract them using other methods. I have a mod installed for my shotguns that give them incendiary shells, lighting every zombie on fire once they're hit. This is extremely dangerous since fire spreads quicker than COVID-19 ever could have hoped to. It's cool to ignite your enemies and essentially guarantee a kill under your belt, but if they make their way inside, you'd better fucking run. That house is gonna catch fire and fall apart with your corpse in the living room otherwise. Speaking of kills, I have a mod that allows me to see how many zombies I've killed in my lifetime, along with how many days have gone by. It's pretty cool to have ease of access like that, and helps to keep your mind strong. I'm going to continue using this HIVE MIND mod in my free time and try to survive over 100 days. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but I think I could do it. Way easier said than done, obviously, considering the zombies love to collaborate and ruin all of your fun. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't genuinely enjoying it, as this mod makes the game a little harder, but way more fun. The idea that if one zombie sees you, they all do, is very scary. Maybe not as scary as the Necromorph mod I showcased a while back, but surely gives the player a lot to be concerned about. Checking your blind spots conveniently makes for muscle memory once you do it enough, and every sound will make you question where they will attack you from next. Well, if the combat ever gets too intense, just climb into one of these sniper towers and call it a day. They can't reach you, nor can they climb up the ropes, so it's smooth sailing until they dissipate. Honestly, there isn't a day that goes by where I don't feel like playing this even for a few minutes. Zomboid's gameplay has proven to me for months now that it's one of a kind and offers something totally different for everyone, which is way more than what can be said about modern titles today. Hell, there's even a mod for an extraction quest that you can complete so long as you find a military radio and get to the marked location on your map. It's randomly generated every time you start a new game, but for the most part, it's always somewhere very far away. Last night, I played without recording and managed to extract via helicopter, and it was pretty awesome. If you guys are interested in me covering that, I'd love to. I know there are a few more mods I want to get into, but for now, I just wanted to discuss this one a bit. The HIVE MIND mod introduces a plethora of emotions to the player and adds that level of intensity with every loud action you take. Shooting guns can be all fun and games until it jams up and almost causes you to fucking suffer. That's why I recommend you play with other mods enabled like Superb Survivors, which a lot of people have seen my previous tutorial on, and although I feel like I should go back and redo it, I'm still pretty satisfied with the results. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be a professional Zomboid player though. I have lots of time grinding out different characters and trying to build the ultimate run. The mods make this game feel so raw and authentic, it's really hard for me to not play with them. They add great tension, improved atmosphere, and overall quality of life enhancements. The HIVE MIND mod is definitely worth a shot if you're looking to increase the ante. Back when I first discussed this game, I had no idea there existed this many mods with this level of intensity. I'm more than happy I got a chance to talk it over with some of my favorite people on Earth. You guys. All in all, if you're looking for the crazy intense action that the base game somewhat lacks, then look no further than the HIVE MIND mod. It's a devastating reality when you realize how truly fucked you are if you don't act smart and distance yourself from the enemy. I had learned my lesson in multiple ways, and it's only fair to say that this game really isn't for everyone. Do I highly recommend it? Absolutely. Play with some friends, install mods, and just relax. Get lost in Zomboid's immersive gameplay and outstanding roleplay capabilities. It's still my favorite of its type, and I doubt this will be the last time I discuss it. I'll see you guys next time. And thanks again for all of your subs. I wouldn't have made it this far if it weren't for any of you guys, and I mean that, from the bottom and the top of my heart. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of the content. Let's have a great winter, guys. Don't be mad, Braven. I have to put you out of your misery. Oh.
Yep, bye-bye.